Hello, my name is Tyler Witz, and I'm here to talk about organizational behavior within the Saginaw Valley State University men's basketball team. Organizational behavior has plenty of methods, theories, and approaches that organizations can implement into increasing their overall success of the organization. Let's talk about the Saginaw Valley State University men's basketball team. Overview of the school history: the school was founded in November of 1963 and now has around 9,000 students attending the university. The men's basketball program is a part of the NCAA Division II, category, if that makes sense. It is also in the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, which has us competing against schools in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Indiana. The team is made up of a head coach. We have 2 assistant coaches and roughly around 15 players. This is how we compete against every other team. Looking at the first approach is a classical approach, which is a combination of the scientific and the administrative approach. Honestly, the overall thing of this is it just helps leaders manage their employees, or the players in this case. Looking at human relations, it focuses more on practices, morale, and productivity of the organization. So we want to keep good practices, overall morale high, and the productivity high as well, so the organization can see more success. Looking into the contingency approach, there's no one size fits all. Organizations kind of have to try out different methods and approaches to see which one fits them the best. Looking at the Chapter 2, the leader membership exchange model, it talks about leaders having to put in effort to build quality relationships with their employees, or players in this case, to see overall success in the organization. This could be done. I would suggest our coach do this through individual meetings, kind of like see how the players are doing, talk about personal lives, stuff like that. Just build an overall connection and keep the respect there. Path goal theory of leadership it talks about a leader's behavior and how it will affect the satisfaction, motivation, and performance of all their players. This means that coaches need to stay calm, they need to communicate, they need to have a goal, and they need to listen to player input. This means all of these things show that the coaches really care about the players, and the players will buy into the system. Chapter 3 talks about employee empowerment. This is defined as sharing power within group members, aka giving power to the players. The 4 seniors that we had this year, myself and 3 others included, our coach did a great job at listening to what we had to say and taking what we had to say into account and possibly using it during the season. This chapter also talks about the 4 positive political tactics, which is manage your impressions, lead by example, keep informed, and avoid political blunders. These methods are all for the players themselves to keep a good impression on their head coach. Honestly, manage your impression, have a good impression for the coach. He's going to want to play you more. Leading by example, not being kind of a jerk in the working environment will obviously lead to more playing time. Keeping informed, knowing the plays will get you more playing time, and avoiding those altercations that just don't need to be there is also going to get you more playing time. On the other hand, there's 4 negative political tactics. This is stealing credit. Obviously, stealing credit from someone. Say you get credit for whatever Johnny did. You don't want to do that. It just makes you look bad. Territorial games. There's going to be players that play the same position as you, but you want to make sure that you are in good terms with them. Like they're playing the same position you. You all are going to the same goal. You don't want to bring them down. Also, good mouthing another player so that they transfer, telling them they're better than this school and they should go try and transfer someone else so you can get more playing time. That's just not the way to do it. Embrace or demolish. You can either embrace it or embrace the culture that we're building here at Saginaw Valley State University, or you can demolish it. Obviously, if you demolish it, you're not going to get a whole lot of playing time. Chapter 4 talks about the stress relief programs. Obviously, being a college athlete, you have so much on your plate that is very stressful. Our team could offer stress relief programs. This could be team bonding. Honestly, I think this year we did like a little retreat where all the players got to sit and be in like a camp, and we did like team building exercises and stuff like that. Honestly, I enjoyed it a lot. Personal check-ins, just like we talked about earlier, checking in with players, making sure everything's okay and stuff like that, knowing that they have someone there looking after them, and much, much more beneficial than not. Team yoga. Yoga is known to reduce stress. It it makes your body healthy as well. I mean, it's two things right there. And then study tables, having a designated time to set out that you need to do your homework and stuff makes it so much easier than trying to plan it out yourself. Next, we talk about the 5 classical conflict management styles. Competitive. This means you're driven to achieve your own goals at the expense of others, which isn't good. The accommodative is driven to satisfy others' goals at the expense of your goals, which obviously isn't good as well. Sharing. You're helping achieve goals but fail to achieve both your goals. So you're helping someone achieve their goal as well as you want to achieve yours, but neither of you achieve your goals. Collaborative, you and the others both achieve your goals. This is the most ideal, that you guys are helping each other achieve each other's goals. And then avoidant is when neither party achieves the goals. In chapter 5, we talk about the major changes that we can incorporate to the Saginaw Valley State University men's basketball team. I suggest that more youth camps. I think youth camps are the way that this program can really fund their organization and give more to the players that are doing all the work. For example, if we have 100 kids that want to do a week camp, so Monday through Friday, there's a week camp. If we have 100 kids that want to do that, so we charge $100 a day. That's $500 for one kid. We do that. That's $50,000 that the organization can bring in as revenue. Obviously, there's some costs, some variable costs, and fixed costs, but I think this is the best way for the organization to raise money. Obviously, resistance will come because the players are going to be working this, but the coaches have to reassure that this money that we're making is going towards us, the players. It's going to go towards gear. It's going to go towards better equipment and stuff like that. The organizational structure of the Saginaw Valley State University men's basketball team. Obviously, the university is on top. They fund the athletic department, which is next. Then the athletic department chooses which organizations get funded, which sports teams get funded. Then that leads to the head coach and obviously the head and assistant coaches. And then at the bottom is the players. The best way, there's obviously different reforming suggestions within the organization. Obviously, coaches need to build a better connection with the players to make sure that the players feel heard and everything. And obviously give more power to the players. Make them feel like they're giving input and stuff like that so that it motivates them to do more. The last thing I would suggest is that coaches contact the NCAA and ask for more coachable hours in the offseason so that the players themselves and the team can build chemistry, can get better at their basketball skill, can lift weights, get big, and stuff like that. Chapter 6 talks about, we look at the Hofstede country overview kind of thing. I chose Canada and Spain because both countries are very individualized, just like the United States. Both of them have low long-term orientation, so they want to see short-term success, which could help us. The power index is low, meaning that they're accepting the power of hierarchy, which we have at Saginaw Valley State University. As well as a lot of our players are from, a lot of the players that have come through this organization are from overseas. Like we had a teammate from Australia. We had 2 teammates from the Netherlands and someone from Trinidad. I picked Canada and Spain because these are kind of hot spots for overseas basketballs kind of thing, like professional basketball. So we get them over here, obviously better talent. Diversity within the program. There's cultural diversity. I just said we have players I'm from Florida. We have players from Michigan, Indiana, Australia, Trinidad, the Netherlands. I mean, there's such a wide variety of people where they come from. Obviously, skill. Not everyone's going to have the same skill. Some people are going to be better. Some people are going to worse. Some people are going to redshirt. Some people are going to start. A role player. It is what it is. Experience. I was a 5th year. There's obviously freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Everyone's going to have different experience. Socioeconomically, everyone's coming from all these places around the world. Not everyone's going to grow up with 2 parents. Not everyone's going to grow up with parents. Someone's going to live with grandparents, stuff like that. Just growing up differently in the economics is just how it is. Overall, I think all of these concepts, methods, topics, keys, whatever, I think is very good for an organization like Saginaw Valley State University to really look into to better the overall success of the team and the players themselves. Thank you.